There are Medicare Advantage plans that are leaving the market in 2025. They are eliminating their plan, leaving thousands without a plan in 2025 if they don't do something about this. Other Advantage plans are making drastic changes to their plans and their coverage. And I'm going to show you what you can do if you're impacted by any of this. And it's not just Advantage plans, it's also standalone Part D prescription drug plans that are either being eliminated or seeing pretty dramatic benefit changes. If you are on Medicare, your annual notice of change letters should have already hit your mailbox. We refer to these as ANOC, Annual Notice of Change. If you haven't seen yours yet, reach out to your insurance company as soon as possible. These letters will outline all of your existing plans changes that are coming in 2025. Some people aren't seeing meaningful changes, others don't have a plan. Now, you could be watching from anywhere in the country and you could have any plan in the country, so I'm going to cover what to do if you don't see any significant changes first. And then if you have seen significant negative changes, including your plan being eliminated, what options you have. And this last one is actually the most interesting because you have more freedom if your plan was eliminated than those who are just seeing changes. Now, there are chapters along the bottom for you to skip around if you'd like. And don't forget, there is a secret keyword at the end. All right, here's what you want to look for in your ANOC. For standalone drug plans and Medicare Advantage plans that have drug coverage, you want to look at whether or not your medications have been removed from the formulary. This is huge. This would mean that they are not covered anymore, and if you are wanting them, you would need to pay for them 100% out of pocket or use something like GoodRx. Again, this is if they are off the formulary. Or you and your doctor would need to switch to a different brand that is on your drug plan's formulary. Another thing to look for is if your medications have changed tiers. Drug plans have tiers of medications, and the higher the tier, in general, the more that you need to pay out of pocket. So for example, if a drug was on tier 3, but it is moved up to tier 4, this is going to mean more cost responsibility for you. Now, some drug plans changed their tier cost structures as well. So maybe your plan used to have a flat copay, and that's going to change to a percentage coinsurance. And I'm going to explain that one here in a second. Finally, you'll want to look at your monthly premium costs just to have the plan. For Advantage plans, you will also want to look at your cost sharing structure for hospital and medical services. So those copays and those coinsurance amounts. Like the drug plan side of things, some Advantage plans that had flat copays are now changing them to a percentage coinsurance for similar services. So rather than seeing something like a $300 copay for an outpatient surgery, that may have changed to something like a 20% coinsurance structure instead. So let's say that the negotiated costs on a surgery are $10,000 and you're used to having a $300 copay as your cost responsibility. Well, if that is switched to a 20% coinsurance, that's $2,000 that you're paying out of pocket instead of $300, and that's a significant difference. You will want to check your maximum out-of-pocket number to see if that has changed. You're going to want to check to see if your dental, your vision, your over-the-counter benefits, or any of your other benefits have changed on your Medicare Advantage plan. You'll want to look at your provider network and any communications that you may have received around certain hospital systems that have been added to your plan or dropped from your plan. Finally, you'll want to see if your Advantage plan premium has changed. Maybe it was a $0 premium plan that now has monthly costs for you, or maybe you had a low premium plan and those have gone up. Now, companies are handling 2025 differently, and as you can see, there are quite a few levers that they can pull to adjust the costs. Okay, for those of you who are not seeing negative changes and everything looks good, my advice: sit back and let everyone else deal with the chaos that is coming. If you are happy with your plan in 2024 and you don't see negative changes, consider yourself lucky. There are a lot of people who are not as fortunate as you, and they are seeing significant differences to their plan benefits and costs for 2025. You can always connect with your broker and shop other plans, but if you aren't seeing negative adjustments, you're probably in a good spot. Well, what about those of you who are seeing negative changes or your plan is going away? Since the title and thumbnail are about Advantage plans, let's start with those, but for those of you with standalone drug plans, your information is coming as well. If your Advantage plan is looking worse than last year, but it is still around, you actually have fewer choices than somebody whose plan is being eliminated completely. In this instance, it's kind of better to have your plan eliminated than simply changed. So if your plan was just altered, it wasn't eliminated, in most states, now New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, sort of, you are exceptions. But for everyone else, you can switch to a different Medicare Advantage plan. This can be a different Advantage plan with the same insurance company that you had, if they have another Advantage plan, or it can be with a completely different insurance company. Have your broker compare your existing plan with the others that are out there to see if there's a better fit for you, again, if your existing plan is getting worse. Now, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and in some cases Vermont, you can switch to a supplement plan year-round. So if you're wanting to go to a supplement plan in Original Medicare rather than the Advantage plan route, you can. You are the 4 highest cost supplement plan states in the country, but you can jump around if you would like. Okay, what about those whose Advantage plans are completely going away? They are quitting and you do not have a plan in 2025. You're actually kind of fortunate. If an Advantage plan leaves your area like this, you now qualify for a special enrollment period. And what this means is that you can go back to Original Medicare and a Medicare supplement plan without the fear of medical underwriting, meaning you will not be charged more or denied a supplement plan because of maybe a pre-existing health issue. There are some people who went on Advantage plans and after a few years started having health issues, but they were kind of stuck in the Advantage plan system. Well, if your Advantage plan is going away, you can get out of that and on to Original Medicare and a supplement plan. If you're in this situation and supplement plans continue to be too much for you to afford, which is the case for many, or if you just like the Advantage plan route in general, you also have the option to change to a different Advantage plan, either with your same insurance company that you had, if they have another Advantage plan, or with a completely different insurance company. I don't know, I personally think this is good news because it gives people more freedom, meaning if their plan has just been eliminated. Work with your broker and have them compare supplement plan costs and other Advantage plan options in your area. If you don't have a broker, we would be honored to help. We are not in the business of stealing clients from other brokers though. So if you have a broker that's doing a good job for you, stick with them. If you don't have a broker or you do have one, but you haven't heard from him or her in years and they haven't been helping you, then we can talk. Just so we're all on the same page here, this does happen every year. Insurance companies will discontinue certain Advantage plans and drug plans that are not working well in certain areas. It's a little bit more widespread because of 2025 changes, which I'll cover here in a minute. Okay, let's move over to the standalone drug plan side of things because it's kind of easier, but at the same time, it's also a little bit more complicated than the Advantage plan side. For standalone drug plans, and I might take some heat from this because the broker community likes to show that we add value and only we can help people effectively, but the reality is when it comes to drug plans, you have a great public tool available to you that can almost do as much as we can. The best thing to do is to use the Drug Plan Finder tool on Medicare.gov. And this is a controversial topic. Many of the big prescription drug plan companies stopped offering commissions for agents to help with drug plans. So agents and agencies are handling this in a few ways. And I'm not blaming anybody. I totally understand the business decisions that people are needing to make here. Helping people with Part D drug plans is by far the most time-consuming task during the annual enrollment period for all agencies. And now insurance companies aren't offering any compensation to agents at all, so I get it. Some agencies are saying we will not help anyone with drug plans this year, period. Some are saying we will only help existing clients who have drug plans with us. Some are saying we will only help existing clients who also have their Medicare supplement plan with us. And very few are saying that we're going to help everyone with their drug plans, even if they are not an existing client and they do not use us for the supplement plan. So over 99% of the people who watch my videos are not clients and you have existing relationships. If they are offering help, use them. If they are not offering help, I have a detailed step-by-step tutorial on how to use the Medicare.gov plan tool that is my personal recommendation for everyone, whether you have an agent or not. I have the 2024 version available right now, and I will release the 2025 version once the plans are made public. So if you're watching this before October, you'll see the 2024 version at the end of this video. If you're watching after October of 2025, you'll see the new and updated version of it. And make sure that you subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so that you're notified when that video comes out if you're watching this before October. Now, Medicare.gov will sort the plans by the lowest overall cost to you. This means that the monthly premium cost that you have to pay just to have the plan, plus your actual drug costs, give you the lowest overall cost in 2025. Do not make the mistake of just picking the lowest monthly premium plan. Look at the lowest overall cost. Sometimes that will be the lowest premium plan, but not always. In my opinion, this whole self-serve approach is different for supplement and Advantage plans. There are public-facing sites that will show you supplement and Advantage plans with star ratings, but there is more that goes into those plans from an actual use perspective and understanding the insurance companies, past rate increases, prior authorization denials, and a lot of other things that are a little bit more complicated than the drug plans, especially if you already know your medications. You're just kind of putting them into the system and it'll show you the lowest cost plans. You will still have customer service things that you'll want to tighten up with the drug plans, but not as much, again, in my opinion, as like supplement plans or Advantage plans. If you do nothing, and this is important, if you do nothing and your Part D drug plan is going away, the insurance companies do what is called a crosswalk. The insurance company decides which of their other Part D plans to put you on, and I don't want to be a cynic, but in my experience, they don't always put you on the plan with the next lowest cost. They throw you into the highest premium plan. So for example, let's say that an insurance company called Insurance Company Bravo has a $10 per month plan, a $20 per month plan, and a $50 per month plan, and you're on the $10 plan. Well, 2025 comes around and they are getting rid of the $10 plan and introducing an $80 plan. You and I would think, oh, okay, the $10 plan is leaving. Surely they'll just put me on the next closest $20 plan, even though that is a 100% increase in your monthly premiums. But no, that would be too logical. Oftentimes they will crosswalk people who do not do anything into the $80 plan. So if your plan is going away, please watch for that Medicare.gov tutorial in October or before the end of the annual enrollment period. I have one again for the 2024 plans and that flow, which will be similar, but Medicare.gov is updating their site for 2025 plans here in October. If you're going on Medicare for the first time, you can use that tutorial as well. So why is all of this happening? Why are drug plans and Advantage plans just leaving areas or reducing benefits? Well, the answer is the Inflation Reduction Act. It changed the landscape and the cost for 2025. That one change of capping prescription drug costs has had ripple effects, and it's more than just the one change. There's a lot of things that are happening there with that capping of the costs, but it has had ripple effects that are impacting standalone drug plans and Medicare Advantage plans that have drug coverage included. Now, insurance companies are required to submit their 2025 drug plans early in the year in June. And so they're all compiled in June of 2024. And these bids came in and the base premium amount for drug plans was set to triple. And an increase like that would be devastating. So bailouts were made for the standalone drug plan insurance company. The government is sending billions of dollars to help subsidize these cost increases and to reduce the negative cost impacts of the Inflation Reduction Act. It's sort of like fighting fire with a lot more fire. And even with these bailouts, we are still seeing significant cost increases across many plans. The difference here, though, is that with this bailout, that goes to the standalone drug plans, but not the Medicare Advantage plans with drug coverage. Just so we're all clear, a lot of insurance companies that offer standalone drug plans also have Medicare Advantage plans and Medicare supplement plans, but that line item of the dollars received from the government is earmarked for the standalone drug plans, not the Advantage plans. Before the Inflation Reduction Act changes for 2025, the Advantage plans and the standalone drug plan insurance companies in general were responsible for about 30% of the Part D costs, with Medicare, drug manufacturers, and then you through co-insurance and co-pays and premiums accounted for the other 70%. Well, with the Inflation Reduction Act changes, that goes to around 60% now for the insurance companies. Again, including standalone drug plans and those that come with Medicare Advantage plans. You throw in everything else outside of drug coverage that is also increasing, and this leaves a real problem for certain plans. But there are two other big problems that are jumping on top of an already strained system. Number one, the Inflation Reduction Act introduces what is called the Medicare Prescription Payment Plan, or MPPP, or M3P, because it's healthcare and we need as many confusing acronyms as possible. This allows Medicare beneficiaries to make monthly payments for high-cost medications rather than the full cost at the point of service, meaning at the pharmacy when you pick up the medications. There are some details here that I'll outline in a different video, but this is great for those of you who have high-cost medications, as in like $600 plus a month or so. And you are who we are all serving. It's important to remember that. This is not great for insurance companies for at least two reasons, and that also translates it to not being super great for you either. Number one, there are people who will get their medication and then never pay. This is called bad debt. The insurance company pays the money up front and then never recoups it from the individual, causing losses. Number two, related to that, the insurance company is floating the money. This, again, it means that they have to come up with the money now and then work to get the dollars back. This adds more administrative costs for everyone, and the insurance company essentially becomes like a bank. And insurance companies are really bad at being banks. This adds more risk and more cost to the insurance company, both with standalone drug plans and with those that come with a Medicare Advantage plan. Now, another problem is that Advantage plan insurance companies are paid by the federal government to take on the risk of those who go with the Advantage plans. It is replacing original Medicare. This means that if you go to a hospital, rather than the bill going to the federal government to pay its part first, it goes to the Advantage plan insurance company to take care of. The government then compensates the insurance companies for being willing to take on this risk. And this compensation amount increases a little bit each year to account for rising healthcare costs and inflation. Just like your Part B premiums go up a little bit, your supplement plan premiums go up, and every other good or service that increases as the rest of the world gets more costly. Now, traditionally, it's around a 5 to 8% increase for these Advantage plans. Well, for 2025, that increase to Advantage plans was less than anticipated at 3.7%. It's still an increase. I'm not trying to say boo-hoo for the insurance companies. This is just the economics of how this is all working for those who care. Inflation for the past year is running at just under that, and Advantage plan companies do not get that Part D bailout money that the standalone plans do. So, again, now we have ripple effects. And the for-profit Advantage plans have built into their plans more margin that can absorb these costs in a different way, or they just eliminate the unprofitable Advantage plans. The smaller insurance companies or the nonprofit companies have some tough decisions to make. Now we have plans that will reduce benefits. Now we have plans that will exit markets. And now we have people who will need to find a new plan for the upcoming year. Please review your annual notice of change. The healthcare industry loves acronyms. So again, it's called an ANOC, annual notice of change. I don't have the exact number, but a large percentage of those on Medicare do not read their ANOC. And I can understand why. This time of year, you are just pestered with countless marketing mailings from Medicare insurance companies and agents and call centers, but you do not want to ignore your ANOC. Every year, come January, we hear from folks who are stunned by their plan costs changing and their plans going away, and then they're auto-moved into a plan that they didn't want because they didn't review their ANOC, they didn't respond to their broker when they tried to make contact. Just don't let this happen to you in 2025 because this is one of the most impactful Medicare years in recent history. Now, the reality is that many of our viewers and you who are watching this are on top of this already. So if you are, please take one extra step and tell any of your friends or maybe your family members who aren't monitoring this closely or who maybe are not able to monitor this for health and mental capacity reasons because doing nothing can cause issues. For those of you on Medicare supplement plans do not send out an ANOC. They are on a different renewal schedule set by the insurance companies themselves, and you'll see plan cost changes in a letter, but it could be at a different point in the year. Now, the secret code word is close. If you do not have an agent or broker and you would like help with your Advantage plan changes, you can reach out to me at theretirementnerds.com, or my email is in the description of every video. I have partners who are licensed and familiar with the plans available to you for all 50 states. If you're new here, I leave a secret code word at the end of most of my videos for people to throw in the comments. If the secret code word is in the comments, then we both know that you made it this far and I can take those comments a little bit more seriously. So the secret code word actually has a little bit of a story. If you've watched this channel a lot, you know that I'm most often wearing shirts with this little logo on them. I have people commenting about the shirt and the brand and asking what it is, and it is called Primo Golf Apparel. This is not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. I am friends with the owner of the company, and I told him how I get some comments sometimes about how awesome their shirts are on this YouTube channel. Well, being the good guy that he is, he said, what if I give you a discount code for any of your viewers who want the shirts? And I said, that would be great. So I have a discount code for those who like comfy clothes. I like this style that's called a blade collar. They have the traditional polos as well. They have pants, warmer clothes, hats, you name it. They have a women's line. You don't have to be a golfer to wear their clothes because I only golf like 4 times a year. For those who do golf, you may recognize Primo because they made a big splash this year. One of their athletes bet Phil Mickelson on a golf round, and if Phil lost, then Phil would have to wear the Primo joggers to the Open, one of the biggest golf tournaments on earth. Phil lost the bet, and he wore Primo joggers at the Open. All right, that's the long story behind the code word Primo. And again, the discount code, if you want it for yourself or friends or family, is Retirement Nerds, all one word, with the link to their website in the description of this video. Thank you for sitting through that. All right, you have 2 options moving forward here. Number 1, there's the tutorial for the Medicare.gov drug plan search that's right up here. Number 2, there's a video that I made about Advantage plans and the prior authorization denials and the network issues that everybody talks about. And it's something that most people aren't comfortable talking about because I go over the truth and the actual data around it. So you get to choose. I will see you over in one of those.